think we'll be all right. All right, I'm early because I need to shuffle. But anyway, welcome to Ken Knows Gambling. It is Thursday, almost 9 p.m. So for my weekly show, Stuff the Envelope. And I am your host, Ken. And we're going to do Baccarat today. But anyway, it's like I'm 5 minutes early. But I need to shuffle and all that stuff. So while we're waiting for people, anyway. So Josh, what's up, man? Yep, we're gonna do a Baccarat session. I'm gonna do the rup. You had said something like you invented something. I'd love to hear about it. But yeah, the rup is just, man, I tell you. I mean, you could do it the up. Instead of the rup, if you wanted to. You don't even have to regress up and pull. It's the up and pull is very important too, but I like the regression up and pull. But anyway, let me shuffle these cards real quick, and then we'll get into it here. I'm also on my envelopes. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Let me shuffle these cards real quick. On my cheapy machine, it's a piece of crap, but they really don't shuffle worth of crap. But it beats me having to do it, so bear with me. Oh, yeah. Something like that. Bear with me. Get in there, you whore. Here we go. All right, let's see where we're going to put that. This is me right here. There's my bankroll. I'm going to move that to there, I think. I think we'll be all right. Back it up. All right. I think we're going to get there. All right. So it is now 8:58, close enough for government work. So for you guys watching live, and you don't know why I'm doing it live, just to recap, I'm doing it live. You can't prove something on video. When you can delete and, go, oh, I didn't like that outcome, I've got to win. And you delete and you redo a video, boo. You got to do this live. I've done so many of these shows, and I believe, hell, I don't know, I'm 20-0, 25-0, 28-0, I don't know, something like that. But there's a reason for it. It ain't that I'm so great. It's what I do, all right? So before I go into that again, I'm just recapping for those that might not have seen any of my shows before. This is a show for folks. I'm sure very few people want to do this for a living, and I don't blame you. Okay, I did it, and it actually sucks. But there might be people out there that are retired, but they want to play it with a bankroll as if they were doing it for a living. Okay, where that bankroll is for nothing but gambling. They're going to treat it like they're doing it for a living. They want to win something every day. Those folks is who this is for. It's not for the folks that want to just go have fun. It's not for the folks that, they go, to Vegas once a year, twice a year. Your mind won't let you do what I do. Okay. But, it's just for folks that are really, really, really serious about taking a few bucks out of a casino every time you go. Okay. All right. That all being said, I do want to give a shout out to my good buddy John over there at Pro Craps. I just love that guy. Watched his show today. He showed me some love. I want to come right back and show it to him. I know we have fun kicking each other in the ass, and that's just what we do. But he is a super, super guy. And John, I appreciate you. I text you today. I let you know I appreciate you more than you will ever, ever, ever freaking know. And as soon as you can figure out the gymnastics part about getting my channel over to yours, then I'll do this show live on your live gaming TV. Okay. All right, so looking at the board again, let me see what's going on. Not a lot of chat. That's okay. All right, we'll get to it. So let me do my envelopes here. So what I've done is, you have to understand, since I'm doing this weekly, remember how I did it before? I did 20 live days in a row. Well, I'm only going weekly, so each week is only a day. So I redid my envelopes with the money that I've had on here, and we're like at day 8. I figure I've done this maybe 8 times because I counted how many times I put money down. So we're just going to go day 8, and then next week will be day 9, and then the next week will be, day 10. So it's going to take us 20 weeks just to get a simulation of what 1 month would be. So keep that in mind also. My bankroll for today is going to be $5,000. 2, 4, 45, 5. Now, why? Here's the thing, y'all. You cannot, well, I shouldn't say you can't. It's very, 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 very difficult if you play any game and you're battling them damn people with 5s and 10s and 15s. I'm not saying you can't do it, but if you really are serious for a living or you want to pull money out of there every day, man, this bankroll, that is huge. Okay? So with a $5,000 bankroll, I have enough money to fight if I have to. But what I really want to do is be able to put bigger bets, get the hits that I need, get my 300, and get the hell out. That's it. Well, the bigger bankroll you have, the bigger bet. The bigger bet, the quicker you get off the table. Okay? It's not, you're not doing it because of an ego. You're not doing it to show people you got money. None of that. It's for what I just said. You have to have a bigger bankroll. When you go to a table with $500 and you're trying to battle, you can't battle the casino and take money out every day. You might take it out sometimes, sometimes not. You just can't. You don't want to battle them with a back and forth day after day. You'll lose. So to do what I do, you have to have a big bankroll. Now, this is a session bankroll of $5,000. You need a master bankroll. I'm telling everybody minimum $50,000. So maybe you can do it with 25. Okay. But you have to have a huge master bankroll in case you get shot here. Okay. You got to be able to recoup. So bankroll, huge. You got to have a good size bankroll. Sorry. That's the way it is. All right. So I'm going to do some Baccarat regression up and pull. Let me look at the board real quick. What's up, AZ? You're excited to see this one. Well, hell, I've showed the regression up and pull a bunch of times. What say, Manny? You made $100 on the Rupp and Blackjack on a $15 table. Yes, sir. Regression up and pull is it's a good way to play. Now, there's a lot of progressions, 3-2-1s or 1-3-2s or, the ladder. I've showed the ladder. And what I really want to show you, it's not necessarily totally about the game. Okay? It's really not. It's about the bankroll and how you bet. Getting in, getting out. That's what it's about. I have shown this, no ego and not toot my own horn, but I've showed this in Baccarat, roulette, blackjack, craps. Okay? As long as it's a good, solid game and you got the bankroll and you do what I tell you to do, you got a really, really good shot. Okay? Anyway, good to see you, Manny. Let's see, AZ. What I'm saying is I need to build my bankroll first, and I can make a paycheck. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Either that, or you go earn it. You go make the money with that job, baby, and you just sock away money until you have the bankroll. To do what I'm trying to do, man, you need about $5,000 to sit down at the table with. Because I'm going to play with blacks. Why do I play with blacks? No ego. I want to hit and get out. Okay? Hit and get out. That's the deal. All right? That's what I teach. That's what I show. Now, have I shown in my past 200 videos how you can play with $15, or you go to the casino for a weekend and you can't play this way or don't want to play this way? Yeah, I got a library full of it. But this show is based on that serious person who wants to win a little bit of money every single day. If you want to know why 300, go back a few videos. I explain the process of what your bills are, how you divide the money, all of that. I've done that before, so I won't bore you tonight with it. Okay, so. Anyway, let's just go to it. Let's see. We're going to burn 9 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Now, before I make a bet, I have to figure out which way this is going to go. So here we go. Player banker. There's a 5. Doesn't matter what he's got yet. He's got a 5. He's got a hit. 0, so that's a 5. Okay? This guy over here has got a 3. When he has a 3 and the player draws, he will draw on anything but an 8. Anything but an 8. Well, that's anything. So he has to draw. So right now it's 5-3. Okay, and now it's 5-6. Okay, 6 over 5. So the banker's going to win that hand. So that's going to tell me which one to jump on first. We're following the shoe, ladies and gentlemen. Follow the shoe. I don't do banker all the time, and I don't do player all the time because you can miss streaks. Player all the time is good when it chops. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and you're doing like not a martingale, but like a ladder or something, then you make money. I'm looking for the streak with the regression up and pull. That's why I'm going to follow the shoe, or follow the winner, if you will. All right? So the banker won that. So I got $5,000. We're going to put a black chip on banker. Here we go. I ought to hide these cards just like this. Here we go. There's a 7. He's going to stand. There's a 2. He has to draw. He got to beat a 7. Can he do it? No. All right. So the player won that one. So we lost 100. I'm not Martin. I'm not bladdering. Okay. The player won. So I'm just going to put another 100. But that's my base. I'm going to put it on player this time. Here we go. There's a 1. That sucks. And there's a 2. So the 1 draws and gets a 0. Okay, but the 2 he still has to draw against the 1, 9, 10, 11. That's a tie. That's a tie. We lucked out right there. I like it this way. I just sort of do that. All right. There's a natural. Okay, so the natural 8 over 6. So the player will win this one. All right. Yep, we're down 100. No worries. But, boom. There's our 100. Now, the next thing I do right now, to me, I've said it before, this is the smartest move a human being can make right now. So we won that 100. We are now going to regress by half. We're going to keep with player, and we're going to go 50. What I'm wanting is a little streak from this player here. But now I won that 100. I actually got even, so I can go down 50. But I can't go down 100 now, okay? Or if I'd have won that first 100 and I drop to 50 and I lose, I'm still winning. That's what I'm trying to get right now. So anyway, we've regressed after a win. We're still on player. There's a 1. That sucks. There's a 1. Jeez. He's going to draw. There's a 4. He's got to draw anyway. So right now, it's 5 over 1, 7, 8. 14, that's 8. So the banker's going to hit us on that one, and that's okay. So we lose the 50. When we lose, we follow the shoe, and we go right back up to base. So now we're going to go 100 on banker. Boy, I need a new table. This thing's shedding like an old mutt. All right, there's a 3. He will draw. And there's a 7. Okay? Now, when he has a 7, he ain't drawing over here. I don't care what this guy gets over here. Okay? But right now, he has a 3, and he has to draw. 3 and 3 is 6. So the banker will win 7 over 6. So that's a good thing. So we get paid 100. We're going to stay with banker, but we get to regress. Hopefully we can start up and pulling. Okay, there's a 7. He'll stay. And there's a 6. Okay, he's got to stay, so he's going to win. He don't draw on a 6. He would possibly if he took a third card, but he's not. So the player is going to win this one. Okay, so guess what? We picked up $50 right there, believe it or not, even though we lost that one. Now we're going to go back to regional base. We're shifting it to player because the player just won. So far, we haven't really got any streaks like we're looking for. There's a 6, and there's a 4, okay? He's going to stop, but he has to draw. 4, and 5 is 9. Banker comes back. Boom, with a vengeance. Okay, so we lose the player. Now we go right back. So we're choppy right at the moment. So this is, one of those things. I'll get back over to the board here in a minute. There's a 4. Whoops. There's a 2. Okay. 4 has to hit. That's an 8. Okay. So we got an 8 over here. It's going to get choppy. Boom. It's going to go back to player. So now we're on sort of a chop here. Who just won that damn thing? I was on banker. I think the player won that one. Or the banker just won. Who won that one? Shit, man, I just lost it. Who just won that hand? Banker? When I'm dealing, man, I lose my mind. Somebody tell me who just won that one. I think the banker just won that one. But player on it? Okay. All right, we got to go to banker then. There's a 2. There's a 6. 2. He's going to end up with 0. But when the banker has a 6, then he only draws on a 6 or 7. So it wasn't. So it's over. Banker's going to win this one. 6 over 0. Okay, so we get some of it back. All right, now we're going to regress. I haven't been able to up and pull yet. So my streak needs to happen. 9 and 9 is 8. That's going to be a natural over on this side. Boom. Bam. Back and forth. Back and forth. Okay, so we're going to lose that one. Okay, so now we're going to go back to player with $100. Just like that. There's a 0. There's a 4. 0 is going to hit. He's got a 5. When he has a 4, he draws on a 2 through 7. So he has a 2 through 7. So he's got a 5. He's got a 4. 5, 6, 7. Chop. Chop. So the banker's going to win this one too. So now the question is this. When you get into a nasty chop, when you're playing this way, you have to decide how many times you want this thing to hit you. Okay? Now, if I get, you really got 2 choices here. Let me put my banker bet up while I can. We're not down a lot. We're down a few $100s. No big deal. But if it keeps chopping, you have to make a decision to get up. Okay, get up and try another table, or you can increase your base. That's dangerous too, and that's going to be a call that you have to make. Okay, but if we lose too many, we have to make a decision. Okay, we don't have to lose all our money in a chop, but we have to be cognizant or aware of what the hell's going on. Okay, so now we're going back to banker. You got to watch your rack. But right now it's choppy as hell. It looks like it's going to go back to player. And it does. 8 over 7. All right, so now we're going to go to player. This is the hole of a regression up and pull right here. I mean, everything has a hole, but if it keeps chopping us, I mean, it can chop us to death. We got to be careful. All right, there's a 1. There's a 0. 1 draws with a 6. Now it's a 7. 3. Hey, player finally wins one. Okay. Now let's regress. Let's get on a little roll here. There's a 3. That's hard to get a roll on a 3. He's only got a 4. So it's still a 3. When he has a 4, he draws on a 2 through 7. He don't have a 2 through 7, so he's not even going to draw on that one. Okay? So banker's going to win 4 over 3. Bam. Okay. Banker wins. We go back to 100. There's a 6. He'll stand. There's a 0. He will not draw. He will. A 9. Yay. So banker wins 9 over 6. like so. We regress. Player has a 7. He has a 5. He's going to hit. Okay, so he's going to lose. It's going to go back to player. But every time we regress and win one, or even if we lose one, we're picking up 50. I know we're still losing, but we're going to go back to player. Oh, let me stretch my back. Ugh. The Baccarat dealers get to sit on their ass. There's a 6. He'll end up stopping. There's a 0. Okay, so he's not drawing. He's going to pick up 1 with a 2. So the player's going to win 6 over 2. So we win this one. Now we regress. Let's get on a streak. What do you say, y'all? There's a 5. There's a 6. Okay. He's going to draw. Now he's got 8. When he has a 6, he only draws on a 6 or 7, which that's not a 6 or 7. So the player's going to pick this one up. 8 over 6. That's a good thing. Okay, so we get there. Here's our first up and pull. Now, when you get to up and pull, you can up and pull any way you want to. You can bring nickels in the game if you want, but I don't. So we're just going to go up 1 unit, a quarter. We'll rack a quarter. And let's see if we can get us in a little streak here. There's a 5. There's a 2. 5 is going to draw. He's going to stay at 5. He's going to draw anyway. 3. 5 over 3. Player wins again. So we're in a little streak. Okay, he's going to get 75. What are we going to do? Up, pull. Now, if we win too many, we'll talk about a double regression. All right, so right now the player's good. 0 sucks. There's a 3. There's a 4. Now, when he has a 3 and he draws, when the banker has 3 and he draws, he'll draw on anything but an 8. Anything but an 8. Well, that's anything, so he has to draw. 0. Hey, player's going to squeak it out. 4 over 3. Okay. All right. So he wins 100. Okay. So now we up, pull. Let me go back over to the board here. See what's going on. Now we're on player, man. The player's on a streak. I think I'm following it pretty good here. So we're on the player streak right now. So we got 100 and a quarter bet. Now you don't have to. You have to decide at what point are you ever going to double regress or not. Okay, so I am following the shoe, James. But anyway, here we go. We're still on player because the player is winning. All right. 0, that sucked. There's a 1. 0 draws to a 4. He has to draw 0. 9 and 1 is 0. Player wins again. Okay, so we're hitting that streak that we wanted. All right, so what do? We up and pull. Now, we got $150 out here. All right, so here's the thing. how we've won several in a row over here on player. Okay, he's had a pretty decent little streak. We won at 100, then we won at 50, then we won at 75, then we won at 100, then we won at 100 and a quarter. Okay, there's 5. Now, me, I like to play a little bit safer. There's $150 out there. I can regress this puppy back to 50, rack some more money, which is what I'm going to do. Okay, now let's see what would happen. I was either going to win $150 or only 50. Okay, but at some point, and if you're playing this, you don't have to double regress at 5 or 6. You don't. You can just keep that damn thing going if you want to, and I could. That's going to be your call. Each player is going to have their own call on if they double regress or not. I like what John said about me today. You know, if you try to get 300 or 500 and you have an extra, he'll shoot the moon with it. But because of how I've lived and everything like that, that extra 100 is precious to me. So I had 150 out here. I'm taking 100 back to the rack, especially since it was choppy and I've lost a little bit. I want to get some of it back. Okay. So, player, $50. Let's continue with the streak. 1, 2. Okay, the 1's going to draw 1. He still has to draw on that 2, 5. So the bank, there you go. This is the banker's going to win this. Now, the player could have won just as easy, and we could have won $150. But I regressed this time at the right time. After about 5, maybe 6 wins, that's a pretty decent streak for either one of these guys. Okay, pretty decent streak. So I'm going to double regress. I'm not going to go, too much farther than 5 or 6. I'm just not. This time, it played out for us because the banker ended up winning. So I saved myself 100 and I racked the damn thing. Okay, so we lose that. That's fine. Now we're going to go back to banker. We are following the shoe. We're going back to banker because the banker just won. Now let's see if the banker can go on some kind of a little run. Okay, there's a 3. Whoops. And there's a 6. The 3 is going to draw to an 8. When he has a 6, he only draws on a 6 or 7 when he has a 6. Well, that ain't a 6 or 7. So the player, boink, went right back. So we just lost the banker. So this is a grind right now. This is definitely a grind, which is going to happen. There's a 0. There's a 3. There's a 6. Now remember, he draws, when he has a 3, he has to draw on anything but an 8. All right, so right now he's got a 3. And 6 is 9. So the banker just hit. Okay. I think I'm doing this right. Golly, I'm second guessing myself. Yeah, because we just lost on that. So the banker just won. So now we got to go back to banker. Okay. There's a 6. There's a 7. He stops on a 6. He stops on a 7. Banker's going to win 7 over 6. Okay. Regress. Fuzz everywhere. There's a 0. There's an 8. Natural. Banker's going to win. Okay, so we get to up. There's our 50. We get to up and pull. Okay, we got 75 right here. We are on banker. There's a 0, 3. He's going to hit a 0. Banker has to, I go over these rules. A lot of the time I go to the rules, they're just for me, just as much as they are for anybody else. But he has a 3. He hits on anything but an 8. So that's anything, right? So this 3, 0, it's still 3. The banker's still going to win 3 over 0. Okay, so there's 75. Like so. Up, pull. And we're still on banker. Uh-oh, there's a natural here. Natural 8 to 1. So the player's going to win. So we're going to lose that. That's okay. Now we're going to drop back to player. There's a 1 and a 2. 7 and 1 is 8. He had a 2. He's got to draw anyway. 9. So that's it. Player's going to win. 8 over 7, 8, 9, 9. 8 over 1. So that's good. Player wins. Regress. We're still on player. 0, 9. Over. Natural. Okay. Player loses. Now, we got to go to banker, so let me put that money right here. So right now, we got about $1.50. Okay. Here's another decision you have to make. Okay. So I say $300 because $150 is what I need for rent, or that's my minimum dollars I need to pull out of the casino, right? And so then I just times it by 2 is a good goal, so I can fill envelopes. That's the whole idea, right? I'm at $150. Again, here comes your call, not mine, yours. When you get to a point and you've been struggling, pulling out with your guarantee of 150, which is your minimum that you need, there's no shame in that either. I'm not gonna, but you could. Okay? Anyway, we're going to banker. Just as long as you understand my thought process on that. There's a natural 8. Doesn't matter what he has a 4. So, boom. The player's going to win that one, so we're going to lose there. So now we got to go back to player and start all over. So it's a grind right now, okay? So there's no shame in taking that $1.50 and running for this session. No shame at all. There's a 2, 0, 2, 0. Player's going to win. Gets lucky. 2 over 0. Okay, so he's going to win that. Boom. Let's see if the player can go on some kind of a little streak here. My shoe not doing right. Hell, I don't know where that one was. Don't matter. Here we go. There's a 1, 0. 5 and 1 is 6. 0 and 0 is 0. Player's going to win. Okay. Up, pull. There's a 7. There's a 5. He's not going to draw. He will. Boom. Not going to matter. Player's going to win 7 over 5. Okay. So we're going to win 75 here. Up. Pull. Now, if we lose this one, I'm going to show you something. We're almost burned through a whole shoe. We've been playing for 40 minutes or so. Okay, let's see if the player can keep on his little roll. There's a 6. There's a 0. He's got a shot. He's not drawn. Banker is 0, 2. Player wins again. That's a good thing. 6 over 2. Okay, got 100 out there. So we bet 100. I guess I should spread these things. There's 100. Okay. Now, we got 100, so we're either going to go to 125. Y'all remember that. That would be my next bet. Let's see what I have over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2, 5. Guess what, boys? I believe that's it. Those few hits. $375. That's what it looks like to me. Hopefully I hadn't screwed that up. I believe I followed right. If I did, forgive me, but I believe I'm there. I think we're good. Just those couple up, hitting that 100. Up and pull, bam, 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 we're there. Okay, did we have to fight today? Yes, we did. I mean, look, we had to almost empty a freaking shoe, but we got there. Okay, so let me see if there's any more chatter here. What's up, Ken Brown? Take the money, right? That's right, John. We made it. All right. So it's envelope time, boys. Now, was it a fight? Yes, it was. But anyway. All right, so I'm pulling this out. This is day 8. Start with 1,300. So there's our 150 that we got to have. So we're going to take 150 back. And we're going to add 150 to the bank. This is day 8. So we're at 1,450 on day 8. Remember, 20 days is a month. Okay? You work 5 days a week times 4 weeks is 20 days. This is day 8. So we're up to $1,450 in the bank. Like next week would be like day 9. Okay? Now, fun and savings. We got 2 1/4. Well, let's put 1 1/4 in either one of them. We'll put it in experimental, 1 1/4. So 785 is what we have in our experimental account. And then we'll take the last 100 and put it in the savings account. So we're at 675 there. There. Envelopes are done. We had to work. Lots of chops. But we got there. So there's your regression up and pull. Now, if we would have been laddering, I want you to think about this too, because I could do it on a ladder just as easy as I can do it on an up and pull. I think I've showed you that I can many times. If I would have been on a ladder on this, I would have been done a long, long time ago, because a ladder is great with the chop. Let me explain that. So there's my bank. All right. So let's say I'm on banker and I lose. Then I go to player for 200 and then I win. Well, guess what? I'm up 100 already. And then I can come back down to 100. So if you win, lose, win, lose, win, lose with a ladder, you're up. I mean, you're up really good. Now, let's look at that regression up and pull again. You start with $100, okay? You lose. Fine. You stay at 100. Great. You win. You win your 100. Fine. So you're come down to 50. If you lose, you're still up 50. You see, there's the 100. Let me put the 50 back. You're still up 50, and you're 50-50 with them. Now, I'll do that as long as I can win on the regression up and pull. As long as I can win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. Same thing as a ladder. You're going to win money on that chop. But if it's a lose, win, lose, then you're down a little bit. You'll sort of stay that way. But anyway, I digress. What do you think? Exciting stuff, huh? All right, let me look. What's up, Waylon? Oh, my God. Well, we got our envelope, Waylon. It took us a minute. We were chopping our heads off, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But, we got there. We got there. So you're coming in a little right here at the end. But we did get there. Hey, also, y'all, if you know anybody that you think my little weekly show would help, let them know. And then read the description. I've got all the charity things that I'm trying to do. I didn't see any super chats today, so I'm not going to play any game at the end. I only do that if there's super chats. All the money, by the way, goes to St Jude. And then you can donate to St Jude through my PayPal in there. And everybody that does that gets a chance at the drawing at the end of the year. But again, I ain't begging nobody to do it, but if you do, then I play a game for like a $25 gift card or $50 just to keep some fun in there. But no super chats tonight, so I'm not going to play any games. But we did win our 350, 375, whatever the hell, 325, 350. I don't know what the hell we won, but we won. We stuffed our envelope, and another successful session. But there's your Baccarat again, regression up and pull. Notice, before I go though, I didn't have to get too damn far. Even though I was chopping like a big dog. Because every time you lose your original bet, or when you win it, when you regress to that 50, and if you lose, you're still up 50. And if you win, now you're up, it's just play with it at home. You'll see. We didn't get down too far. I think I was down maybe $100 in greens and maybe a couple in blacks, but we never was in big trouble. But it could have chopped its ass off for a long time, and where we had really big decisions to make, but it didn't. It's a fairly safe way to play, whether you're going to do blackjack, this. It's just a really good way to play. Now, next week, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I had a couple guys wanted to see the regression up and pull for Baccarat, so I wanted to go ahead and do that. Matter of fact, one of you guys asked me when, and I says, I think I told the person who asked me, I said, you name it and I'll do it. So he named Baccarat. That's what I did. So now next week, I did roulette, I think, the week before, so it's probably blackjack time next week, probably. But I'm going to alternate between blackjack, baccarat, roulette, and craps. Those 4 games. That's the only 4 games you freaking need. As a matter of fact, you don't want to play anything else. If you're not sports betting or you're not playing poker, these are the 4 that's going to give you the better shot at, doing what you're trying to accomplish. Oh, there you go. Waylon, he comes in. Well, then, Waylon, hold on. I gotta write you down here. Let me get this out. There's my super chat, people. Because everybody gets a chance at the end of the year for the drawing. So, Waylon. Okay, $5 there. So, Waylon, buddy boy, you get to pick. We're gonna do a Baccarat with what I have left to shoot. We're gonna play one hand of Baccarat, okay? Now, because you super chatted, you get to decide whether you want player or banker. If you take player, I'm going to be banker. If you take banker, I'm going to be player. And if you win, $25 gift card, Visa, I'll send it to you. And this just makes things exciting, right? All right, so Waylon, player or banker, and we're going to just play one hand for the $25 gift certificate. You got to tell me though, player or banker, which one do you want? And I got probably a 60-second delay on here, so I'm just waiting on Waylon. He probably typed it in 30 seconds ago. Have you typed it in yet, Waylon? If you have, I don't see it. There he goes. Waylon goes banker. All right. So Waylon gets banker. I'm going to be the automatic. We're just going to go with this old shoe here, what's left of it. If a banker wins, you win the $25, and I'll get your address, blah, blah, blah. We'll do all that. All right, here we go. Waylon is banker. Here we go. Player has a 1. You have a shot, man. You got a shot. 4 for the banker. He has to draw on the 1. Boom. However, when he has a 4, he only draws a 2 through 7. This is not a 2 through 7, so the banker will not draw. So the banker will win. Waylon's Waycraps wins with the banker 4/1. So Waylon, do me a favor, email me your address, man. I'll get you a $25 gift Visa card or something like that. And just email that to me and I'll get that to you. That's how we do it here. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, right? I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Let's see, what's Robert saying? Don't worry, shoe stack where he controls. Robert, tell me you're kidding me. Don't worry, shoe is stacked. Somebody, please tell me, Robert, you're bullshitting. Thank you. I was getting nervous for a second. All right. Well, I'm not going to keep it, Waylon, but I will donate it, the $25 to the kids. So I appreciate that. I'm going to write that down. And then at the end of the year, you're in for the drawing there. So I'm going to give it to the kids. And that's what all this is about anyway. All right. So very good. Well, all right, guys. I think we had a pretty good session. I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you, Waylon. I really, really, really do appreciate that. And one of these days, I'm going to have to get back down to the Biloxi, man, down there to the Palace. One of these days, maybe this year sometime. But anyway, that's it, guys. I've been running now 53 minutes. I appreciate everybody watching. Sorry it's so late, but that's the time slot. And as soon as John gets me over on his, I'll be on the, what do you call that thing? Gaming TV all the time. Hell, I don't even know the name of it. But I'll get over there on his. All right. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And let me see what Manny said one more time. I want to check out yeah, I'm going to, one of these days. But anyway, thanks a lot. I'm going to kill the feed. It's almost my bedtime. So y'all be good. I appreciate it. And until the next time, be great.